All right, car guys, something we need to address. We have a never-ending issue that needs to stop. And that issue is a lot of things, but it's mainly induced by social media. The thing is, like, we love our cars, right? What's wrong with our culture today? Like, really, what's wrong with it? For some reason, nobody can just like buy and enjoy a car without there being so much, everyone's opinion being just spouted out about why this car is bad. So for instance, I have an RX-8, right? And yeah, this thing's piece of crap, whatever. This thing's absolutely trashed, and I'm working on fixing it. Now granted, it's gonna take me a little bit because of circumstances I'm in right now, but I got this thing because, for one, I wanted to make content for the channel, and this is gonna give me plenty of content to make. And for two, because rotaries are like one of my favorite engines, and the RX-8 is a sick car. This is a really cool car, and it gets hated on because of its perceived reliability and the reputation that it has gained from owners who treat it like crap, okay? People, anytime someone on the internet has an RX-8, all I hear is how these are unreliable and you should never own one because they're unreliable and because the rotary engine, it blows up and you have to rebuild it however many miles. And it's like, yeah, you think I don't know that? You think I'm not aware of the issues this car has? You think that I'm not aware of how it could quote unquote explode at any moment? You think I don't know how I'm gonna have to premix it, how expensive it's gonna be? I'm totally aware of all that. But for some reason, people just can't accept that you wanna own something that could possibly grenade itself if you don't take care of it. And they can't accept that you can take care of it properly while other people couldn't. And it's just like, no matter what you do, people are gonna find a reason to hate on it. And another thing I've heard from this car is, oh, the RX-8 is so much worse than the RX-7 because it's slow. Even like the RX-7 was this super fast machine right out of the factory. It's something you gotta modify to make it really fast. And then plus the RX-8 is a way better chassis than the RX-7, literally one of the best chassis Mazda's ever made. It competed with Porsches, okay? Like this thing is an amazing car, but it still gets hated on just because people blindly hate on things they don't understand. And so anyway, no matter what car you get, someone has an opinion on it. And another one that I hear, which is super annoying, like you get a car and no matter what model it is, someone's gonna complain about it. So you could literally, okay, for instance, I know I've seen online people who get an M235i. Okay, M235i is a great car, but of course, what do you hear? Oh, well, why would you get the M235i when it has the M55 and you could get the M240i, which has the B58? And it's like, okay, yeah, the B58's great and all, but sometimes people just can't afford the $10,000 price, up in price that M240i is compared to M235i. And then what happens if you get an M240i? Well, why didn't you get the M2? What happens if you get an M2 with the M55? Why didn't you get the M2 competition? What happens if you get an M2 competition? Why didn't you get the CS? And then it's like, even if you get the top trim of a car, what do you hear? Oh, did you get the automatic or the manual? Oh, you got the automatic? Well, that's lame. No true car enthusiast would drive an automatic. Oh, you didn't get the carbon bucket seats? Well, how come no true car enthusiast wouldn't get the carbon bucket seats? You have to get the carbon bucket seats. It's just a never-ending cycle. I've even heard it with Corvette owners. You get a base C6, C7, C8. What do you hear? Why didn't you get the Z06? You get the Z06. Why didn't you get the ZR1? And you get the new C8 ZR1. Why didn't you get the ZR1X? Like, it just never ends. People are never satisfied with your choices, and it's irritating. And then on top of that, people these days, they don't buy cars because they enjoy them. They buy cars for the clout, which is also something else that's really annoying. That's just like a whole nother thing, the whole clout chasing thing. People buy, so you buy like a BMW M4 and everyone's so cool with it, right? G82, best car ever. But then if you get like a Mercedes C43 AMG, or you get an Audi RS5, then that's suddenly not as good as whatever BMW is popular at the time. It's pretty annoying, honestly. Like, let's be honest. A Mercedes C43 AMG, you mean to tell me a twin turbo V6 Mercedes is not cool? Like, really? You're gonna tell me that just because the C63 exists? Like, that is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard, okay? A twin turbo V6 is already cool, but it being in a Mercedes C-Class is even cooler. Why are you hating on that? That makes no sense to me. An Audi RS5 is a really good car. It's a cool car. They're fast, They have Quattro, which is one of the best all-wheel drive systems. They're good cars. They're cool cars. Why are you gonna hate on that just because it's not a BMW or because it's not a GTR? Like, really? That makes no sense to me. Those are cool cars. Let people get what they want to get. And unfortunately, this leads to reverse clout chasing, as I call it, or I guess it's even more clout chasing. But you have these people who buy these cars who don't feel justified in their decision of buying it for themselves because they like the car. So then they have to make videos justifying it to other people of why they bought the car, and then making rage bait videos. Like, I can't tell you the amount of videos I've seen where it's like the caption says something like, did I get a BMW? No, I got something better. And then it's like it's like a Corvette or a Mustang or RS5, like, and then people in the comments, of course, are getting mad at it because the person is rage baiting. And it's like, you bought the car you wanted. Why are you gonna make a big deal out of it? If other people don't like it, whatever, it's their problem. Get over it. Or like another one I'll see is like people, so for instance, I saw this reel one time. This guy traded in his M4 for a Dodge Viper, and it said something like upgrade or downgrade, and everyone in the comments was like, major downgrade. Like, you mean to tell me an M4 is a upgrade from a Dodge Viper? That doesn't even make any sense. A Dodge Viper is an American supercar that's a naturally aspirated V10. You can't even buy those anymore. You can't get a naturally aspirated V10 that I know of new. Like, that is such a sick car. Dodge Viper is an awesome car. How are you gonna hate on that? That makes no sense. You're hating on a naturally aspirated V10, by the way. Like, do you hear yourself? You're trying to say that a BMW is cooler than that? Like, that's just ridiculous. I've even seen some people who got an AMG GT over like an M8 and they think that's lame. Like, really? That's so dumb. You mean to tell me if I could get an AMG GT over any BMW, I would easily take it. Do you have any idea how good those cars are? Here's the thing about cars that I'm kind of building up to, is their community kind of dictates how the car itself is perceived. So within these communities, you have toxic people that hate on each other's cars, but the communities themselves are a lot of the problem with modern car culture. The king of annoyingness is two specific communities, BMW and Nissan, specifically like VQ and VR guys. Oh look, there's an E43 right there. I'm sure somebody would hate on that. Oh, and a nice BR, that's another car that's hated on, is the BRZs and the Subaru, the 86. Those are awesome cars. They look really good, they can sound good, and they drive phenomenally, but people hate on them just because they're quote unquote slow. The thing is, a G37 coupe or sedan is a good car, okay? You can make them sound good. A 350Z is a really good sports coupe. A 370Z, really good sports coupe. And the VQ engines handle boost like crazy well, and they sound really good when you boost them. But the problem is the community. The Infiniti, the VQ guys, they're just so obnoxious. They always like rice their car out. They always delete all forms of exhaust dampening or anything that can make their car sound good. They just take it off for the most part. Now they're getting better. And so then at least this community where it's like the car itself isn't bad, but it has a really bad reputation because the community, because the stuff community's done to it. So then the car just becomes trashy in people's eyes. For instance, I actually considered getting a Q60, red sport, I think 400 or whatever. I considered getting a Q60 at one point, but even though I think that car looks amazing, it sounds good, and it's good for modifying, it's really good, it's pretty fast, the community is just so obnoxious. I could not do it. I just could not be part of a community that does that. And it was just really annoying to have to see all those people who are hyping up the VQ and VR engines and saying how they're better than the B58 or M54 or whatever. And it's like you always have to compare your engine to something, don't you? And BMW guys are the same way. They always have to compare their engine to something. So all this to say, you have all these cars that get glazed and hated on, all these engines that get glazed and hated on, and these communities kind of like tarnish the cars themselves to a point where you're someone like me who just wanted a BMW, not knowing that they're popular, not knowing the reputation for them, not knowing the community, and now I don't even want to own a BMW anymore because BMW owners are just so obnoxious. They're so obnoxious, and it drives me insane to even own a BMW and have to deal with the reputation that comes along with it because of the owners. how do we address these issues and how do we stop them from continuing? Well, it's pretty simple, honestly. You just stop being an idiot online. Look, if you want a specific car, get that car, tastefully modify it, and be done. Don't clout chase and don't hate on other people's cars because they didn't get what you wanted them to get. I made my car look OEM plus. That's it. That's all it needs. Honestly, that's all most cars need is OEM plus. People go way too crazy with some of this stuff and they make their cars so ugly. So that's all you need to do, dude. Just make your car look good, modify it however you want to modify it, and just stop comparing your car to other people's cars. Because what do you do when you compare things? All you're doing is you're making either yourself feel worse or someone else feel worse. And it's just ridiculous. You don't need to do that. So stop buying cars because they're popular. Buy cars because you like them. Stop comparing your car or your engine to other people's cars and saying how it's better or worse, and just enjoy the one that you have and talk about the good and bad things that come with owning this car and this engine. And that's really all there is to it. If you want to stop this like ridiculous cycle of hate and clout chasing on the internet, you also have to stop doing it yourself. And it's kind of something I'm trying to work on because I am definitely guilty of, you know, stereotyping people in their cars. 100%. It's funny, it's cool to do it like as a joke, but we got to stop because it's just getting out of hand. But we just got to stop. We got to stop this ridiculous cycle of clout chasing, hating, comparison. Buy whatever car you want, enjoy the car, join a community to learn about the car, talk about it to other people, say why you enjoy it. And if someone's hating on you or trying to tell you should have bought some other car, just ignore them because it's ridiculous, it's stupid. We don't need to do that. So, in conclusion, buy what you want, enjoy it, and don't be a jerk to other people online. So, thank you for watching. If you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe, whatever. I make videos about, you know, kind of trash cars because I have a 335i, but whatever. I'll see you guys later.